welcome to the very first episode of Brooke's Books. I am Brooke, and I am a self-published romance author, and I am so excited to finally launch this talk show. So with this talk show, what I want to do is dive into all things writing, publishing, and of course, romance. And in this very first episode, though, I just want to share a little bit about myself, my journey to becoming an author, and why I fell in love with writing love stories. So ever since I was little, I had dreams of becoming a successful actress. If you knew me as a child, if you knew me as a teenager and into my early 20s, that's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to be a movie star, or I wanted to be on Broadway, and I loved getting lost in a role. I also loved reading, and oftentimes when I would read a story, I would just spend hours getting lost in what was happening and seeing it as a movie in my head and loving the characters and their adventures. And as I would immerse myself into that world, I would start to read the dialogue out loud. And a lot of times when I did that, I would kind of start to act it out too. So the acting kind of went hand in hand with the reading, and it's also gone hand in hand with the writing. Because by doing that, that would get the creative juices flowing. And just one day I thought that I would love to create my own stories and to write novels. And I started writing my first novel at, I think I was 23 years old, and I never finished it. And to this day, I often think about trying to find that work because I remember what the story was going to be about. But I'd love to dive back into that and see what I can make of it. I would also love to go find it because I would love to see what my writing style was like at such a young age. So if I ever come across that, I'll let you know. But actually finishing a novel didn't happen until many, many years later, over 20 years later. And, but that's okay. I still knew that I had the stories inside of me, and I knew they needed to be told. It just took some time. Now, some of you may wonder, why romance? That's a great question, because I've also often been told that I should be branching out into writing a murder mystery or a whodunit or something, but I stick with romance. And for me, romance is about hope. It's about connection, and it's about the power of love to overcome obstacles. And I really love exploring the complexities of relationships, the emotional journeys of the characters, and the feeling of happily ever after. Or in some of my books, Happy for Now, in Set It Free, and sometimes a cliffhanger. If you've read Let It Go, the second book in the Heart and Soul series, you know what I mean. It ends on quite the cliffhanger. But it's good. It keeps you excited for the next book that's coming up, right? So, I believe that everyone deserves romance in their lives, and I just really hope that my books can provide that escape just into that fictional world and in those heartwarming moments. Of course, though, the writing journey hasn't always been easy. Like I was just talking about, not finishing a project is huge. So to finish it is epic. So when I was finally able to do that, it's such an accomplishment, and I just realized that I could do it all along. But there have been times that I've faced writer's block. I have struggled to find the right words, or I've doubted myself, and that's a big one, the doubting myself. Even being a published author, I still doubt myself all the time. But through that, my passion for storytelling, my overactive imagination, and of course the support of my husband and daughter, all those things keep me going. I've learned how to overcome those obstacles. I've learned tricks to getting back into the groove of writing. And I've also learned that doubt is part of the process. And I actually take it as a good sign, because that just shows me how much my writing means to me when I start doubting things, because I want it to be perfect. And you just have to realize it's never going to be perfect, because there is no such thing as perfect. So if you are a writer, if you are an artist, a musician, or a creator of any kind, just know that panic and doubt are normal. They may not be very welcome, but they're very normal. So just push through. I have now published 9 romance novels, including 5 books in the Heart and Soul series, The Art of Zen, which is my first and so far only standalone novel, and the Portland, Maine trilogy. I had a lot of fun writing that one too. But in future episodes, I will be sharing tidbits about the inspiration for my books and characters and little known facts and some funny stories in a segment that I want to call Behind the Books. So stay tuned for that. And on Brooke's Books, I will be talking about everything from crafting compelling characters, writing engaging dialogue, to navigating the world of self-publishing. I also want to talk about traditional publishing and navigating my world of sending out query letters to agents. No bites yet, but I'm trying. I've taken a small break from that, but that's content for another episode. So stay tuned for that. I will talk about that later. But you know what? I want to hear from you. I love engaging with people who watch my videos, people who look at any of my posts on social media. But so please let me know in the comments what kind of topics that you would like me to cover in future episodes, and I'll see what I can do. So this show I am aiming to air every Thursday as long as I can stay on track. So keep me held accountable, but I'm also holding myself accountable. So that does it for my first episode. So thank you all so much for joining me in this first episode of Brooke's Books. I am very excited to embark on this journey. So don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future episodes, and be sure to leave me a comment below letting me know what you think. Share this with others. Do all the things. You can also connect with me on Instagram and Facebook. I will leave the links to my profiles in the description. So until next time, happy reading, and to my fellow authors, happy writing.